Let's go back and finish the program we were working on in the first video. There are a few ways in which you can open projects that you have previously worked on and saved. One way is to click File, Open Project, then navigating to the SLN file for the project. By default, Visual Basic saves your projects in a folder with the name of the project in Documents, Visual Studio 2008, Projects. If you have worked on the project recently, it will show up in the Recent Projects window on the Start page. As you can see, our project is started right where we left off. I'm going to add a label to the top of this window and change the text to say Desktop Window. I'm also going to change the size and type of the font. And I'm also going to change one of the forms properties that I'm going to use a little later, called the transparency key. And I'm going to choose this lime green color here. Choosing a color from this palette will cause that color to become. Now let's look at the dialog controls. These allow you to use common screens that are built into the Windows operating system itself without having to build them yourself. Among these are forms that allow you to open or save a file. Or this one that allows the user to pick a color. Let's add it to our form. Because these dialogues only become visible when they are needed, the designer shows them at the bottom of the screen and off the form. Now let's tie our button and our color dialog control together so when we click the button, the color picker dialog pops up. To give the user a better idea of what the button does, we can change the text of the button. Let's change this to read, "Pick a color." Now we will start to write some Visual Basic code. To see the code for your program, you can click View, Code, or you can right-click the file in the Solution Explorer and select View Code. Notice the code is opened in a new tab. Let's go back to the form and double-click on the button. This takes us back to the code view. Notice that Visual Basic has built out some code that will execute whenever the button is clicked. Let's add the code that will make this display our color picker dialog control. Notice that as you type, a pop-up window appears that displays the names of controls and their associated properties and options. This feature is called IntelliSense. IntelliSense provides context-sensitive help and guidance as you type. Now let's set the background of our form to the color selected in the color dialog control. Note that "me" is a special keyword in Visual Basic that refers to the form itself. It's a good idea to use comments whenever you write code so that another person will know what you intended to do with your code. Comments are ignored by the computer when running the program. To write a comment, precede the line with an apostrophe. There are also handy buttons at the top which allow you to comment and uncomment lines of code. Now we are ready to compile and run our program. This will also check your code for mistakes. Press the green play button at the top. If there are no errors in the code, the form we created will pop up. When you click the button, the color dialog box pops up and we are able to change the color of the form. Now let's select that lime green color from before. The form now becomes transparent. You can close the window by clicking the X in the top right corner.